my goodness. It is a huge day for Pokemon Go, but we have some other things to take care of first. Today's adventure requires a full tank of gas. Before we get into that though, so much, oh my goodness, so much for Pokemon Go was announced this morning. GoFest tickets went on sale and promptly sold out in 6 minutes, give or take. I got mine, so I'll be there. Rev got his, he'll be there. A ton of other YouTubers are gonna be there, so I'm looking forward to GoFest so much already. And then Niantic announced a whole bunch of new features, including how the whole gym rework is gonna work, and we're gonna get into that in just a second. I got eggs hatching, I got eggs for breakfast. Here we go. And while this goes off, let's just start. Let's start with the gym rework. First of all, gyms are already closed. They closed today. I think there's actually a gym right here. And then beyond that, it's a pretty big change. For one thing, there's no more training. Training prestige is gone completely. Yep, there's the closed gym. Let me start a lucky egg here. No more training, no more prestige. Gyms will always have 6 slots from the beginning moving forward. That means when your team takes a gym, you can put 6 Pokemon in right away. Those 6 Pokemon... No, we're ready.
Okay,
yeah. Can I have the vegetarian breakfast burrito? So, 6 slots, and all those slots have to be unique Pokemon. So no duplicates, no gyms full of Blizzies. I'm a little bummed. It's good that there's a limit now, but I'm also kind of bummed because it's 6 slots, which means we'll probably still see the same 6 Pokemon in every gym. Dragonite, Tyranitar, Vaporeon, Rhydon, Blissey, Gyarados. Yeah. Okay, that's not true. It's not going to be those same 6 Pokemon that we see all the time right now, because CP is not going to determine placement anymore. So the new rankings will probably actually be based on which Pokemon are good defenders. Obviously Blissey's going to be first, but you're going to see a lot of defensive Pokemon move up in the rankings. Well, they've always been up in the defensive rankings, but because of CP, people ignored those rankings. So you'll probably see things like Umbreon and Steelix move up there. You can check the spreadsheet, I'll link to it in the description, but it's based on older calculations. We don't know if some things are going to change. Already we've seen that type effectiveness and stab bonuses have changed. Stab has been changed from 1.25 down to 1.2, and super effective has changed from 1.25 up to 1.4, so that's going to change a little bit. But for the most part, you can at least sort Pokemon by their defensive stats and figure out which ones will probably be better defenders. Gyms are also now ordered based on a first in, first out system, so the Pokemon that gets there first is the Pokemon that you're going to battle first. So if you get to a gym, you put your Pokemon in first, it is going to be the first one kicked out. And on top of that, a huge and I think great change to gyms is that you can now spin the photo disc on a gym to get items just like a Pokéstop. And related to that, I've just gotten a ton of tweets from people who are seeing Pokéstops in their area become gyms, and lots of new gyms also popping up. Niantic can definitely turn a lot of Pokéstops into gyms after this update, because people are going to be able to get items from either one. So there's no advantage of having a Pokéstop over a gym anymore, because a gym will serve both purposes. Well, I guess the one advantage is that you can't put a lure on a gym, but it's a small trade-off, I think. And we know that coins are now going to be rewarded when a Pokemon returns to you from a gym based on how long the Pokemon stayed in the gym. So the longer a Pokemon stays in a gym, the more coins you'll get when it eventually does come back to you.
Stuff for breakfast, you know, like in general.
Presently, we're on the way down to San Diego, but we're going to keep talking. There's a new mechanic added to the gym system called motivation, and it's something that we'd seen hints of earlier on in little snippets of code from previous updates to the game. But basically it's a system where Pokemon left in gyms are going to slowly decay over time. So each Pokemon has a motivation bar, or motivation meter, and the longer it's in the gym, the more that motivation gets depleted. And the way that you restore it is by feeding those Pokemon berries, and that can be done by anyone on your team. So you don't have to personally go back to all your own gyms and feed the Pokemon berries. Anyone on your team can do that. Now, as a Pokemon's motivation meter goes down, the Pokemon's CP is also going to go down when other players from other teams battle against your Pokemon. So it is going to be beneficial for people to be consistent about keeping up their team's gyms. And unfortunately, I feel that this system sort of gives spoofers the advantage, because it's going to be a lot easier for spoofers to just fly around the map adding berries, feeding berries to Pokemon in gyms, than for someone like myself or you watching to actually go out, walk around your neighborhood, and feed berries to all the Pokemon. Unfortunate, but that's the way it's going to be. Now the next, and I think the coolest new feature of the gym update, is badges. As you guys know, badges are a huge deal in pretty much every other Pokemon title, in the anime, in the main series games, right here on my arm. Badges were a huge thing, and that's something that didn't exist in Pokemon GO until whenever this update starts rolling out, probably later this week, but we'll see. Each unique gym is going to have its own badge. So for, let's say, the Lighthouse Gym at Long Beach, there is a Lighthouse Gym badge. And when you earn a badge for a specific gym, there are 3 ways that you can sort of level up your badge. They are by battling the gym and taking it from an opponent, beating an opponent's Pokemon in the gym, by placing your own Pokemon in the gym, and the longer your Pokemon control the gym, the more your badge level, or whatever they're going to call it, will go up. And the 3rd way is by feeding berries to Pokemon in the gym. So the more you interact with one specific gym, the higher level your badge is going to be for that gym. And as your badge level increases, you get some bonuses like more items from spinning the photo disc on that gym, or potentially even better or rarer items will drop at a higher rate. So that really gives you an advantage when you're playing in the same area. So all your sort of hometown gyms are going to be, well, you'll have sort of a home court advantage. I don't know that the gym badge is going to affect anything in battle. If your Pokemon might get a little bit of a CP boost, they didn't say anything like that. I think that would be cool. You know, if someone tried to come into your territory, you would sort of have this little buff because you've been in that gym, you've done so much with that gym. But for sure, we know you are going to be able to get more and possibly better items from the gym by increasing your badge level for that gym. So this is the spot for the day, well, for this part of the day. La Jolla Cove, we're down here in San Diego. And this is actually, I think, my first spin. 7-day streak. Sunstone. Still waiting on the King's Rock. So sorry if the seals are too loud, but I'm not gonna go down there and tell them to stop. So obviously we're down here to catch some Pokemon, so Reversal can check out a little bit more of California. There's also a giraffe rig nest at Balboa Park right now, and Rev hasn't caught a giraffe rig yet, so we're gonna hit that up so you can get that in the Pokedex. Besides that, the real reason, the actual reason that I drove down here to San Diego today was... Where'd he go? The actual reason that I'm down here in San Diego is, you guys know I've been looking for a Nintendo Switch for a while, since Mario Kart came out, and they're sold out everywhere. But at E3, I met this dude, and his name is Philip, and he actually had an extra Switch, or several extra Switches, but he was willing to sell me one. So we came down here to pick it up. But beyond that, Philip is actually a YouTuber with an amazing channel 30-something thousand subscribers.
32 and a half, almost.
And I feel deserves way more. Your production, your edits are honestly like top notch.
Thank you.
So I really recommend you guys go check it out as my way of saying thank you for hooking me up with this Switch. Everyone go check it out. Links in the description. And we're gonna go play some Pokemon Go.
Let's go catch some Pokemon.
So I realized I actually didn't explain what Philip does on his channel, but he is a Nintendo brand ambassador. He does a lot of Switch gameplay, reviews.
Yeah,
what else?
Ton of Switch content, lots of Let's Plays, accessory reviews, just a bunch of Switch maniac crazy stuff going on my channel. So if you're looking for a good Switch channel to check out my stuff. Links in the description, just like Nick said.
Let's go to this Pokestop.
The cluster spawns down here are always pretty intense. I think the last time I was here, I actually caught a Nidoqueen, which is a pretty big and exciting catch. But let's get back to the topic at hand, which is the rest of this insane amount of news that Niantic announced today. So the next thing that goes along with the gym rework is the raid system, and it's not actually going to roll out at the same time as the gym rework. They've announced that the raid system is going to be rolled out sort of as a beta for select players in select areas. And from what I've read, it seems like high-level players in specific areas are going to have access to raids before the general public does, as they continue to sort of test it on a bigger scale. There's no real timeline for that, but my guess is raids should be fully rolled out at least by Pokemon Go Fest in Chicago on July 22nd. So I think within a month, raids will be fully rolled out. Now, as for how the raid system works, every once in a while at a gym, a raid boss or an egg will appear on top of the gym. And that egg is going to contain the raid boss or the Pokemon that everyone's going to need to team up to battle. And when that egg hatches, players will be able to group together in groups of up to 20 to take down the raid boss. And it seems like you're probably going to need quite a few people, because from the screenshots that we've seen, they show a Tyranitar with 25,000 CP. Not 2,500, 25,000. Oh, come on. Players will be able to team up, and it doesn't matter if you're on the same team, different teams. In the screenshot, they show us players of two different teams working together or waiting in the raid lobby to take down that raid boss. So you can do it with your friends regardless of what team you're actually on. And there is going to be a system in place to set up private raids so that you can raid with your specific group of friends. Now, I'm not sure if that raid boss is going to go down after the first group beats it, or if it's going to be there for a set amount of time and everyone gets a chance to participate. I'm hoping it's the latter, so that if you have, say, 100 or even 1,000 people in one place, they'll all get a chance to participate in that raid before the timer runs out. Raids are going to be exciting, not only because it's a new way for you to collaborate with friends and with other players, but also because they're going to offer some pretty big rewards. There's going to be some special items that you can only earn from defeating raid bosses, including new items like a rare candy. And if you've played the main series games, you know that a rare candy would increase a Pokemon's level. And in Pokemon Go, a rare candy essentially acts as a wild card candy. It's a candy that you can use for any species of Pokemon. So let's say you beat the raid boss, you have a rare Pokemon, like a Snorlax that you want to level up. You can use that rare candy on your Snorlax, or on your Machamp, or your Blissey, or whoever. In addition to rare candies, they've also introduced golden raspberries, which is a raspberry, but better. So you can use a golden raspberry in a wild Pokemon encounter to greatly increase your chances of catching it, more so than a raspberry would. And you can also use raspberries in the new motivation system to fully restore a Pokemon's motivation. So I'm guessing a raspberry will restore a certain amount, a set amount, and then this golden raspberry will fully restore the Pokemon to maximum motivation in the gym. The third, and in my opinion, most exciting of the three new items that you can potentially get from beating raid bosses is TMs, Technical Machine. Okay, great. My camera overheated, but we're gonna keep moving. Hopefully this breeze keeps a little cool air on the thing. I don't know where I got cut off, but TMs in the main series are used to teach Pokemon new moves. In Pokemon Go, we know that they're gonna allow you to re-roll a move. It's gonna give you another chance and just give you a new random move from that Pokemon's move pool. It's not entirely clear yet whether you'll be able to obtain legacy moves. My guess is no. It'll just be that Pokemon's current available moves. But that's huge because there are so many times where you have a great Pokemon, maybe a perfect IV Alakazam, and you evolve it, and it gets Shadow Ball, and then you never use it again. But you hold on to it because you were hoping that this would happen. So we finally have a way to re-roll our Pokemon's moves. Those TMs are going to come in two varieties. There's fast attack TMs and charge attack TMs. Obviously using a fast attack TM will change your Pokemon's fast attack. Charge attack will do the same for charge moves. Stop number 2, Balboa Park. Huge park. I've actually never been here for Pokemon Go or otherwise, so looks kind of crazy. Lots of gyms, very closed gyms. We actually came here because we thought that it was Girafarig Nest, and Reversal hasn't caught Girafarig yet. Turns out it's actually Remoraid, which someone told us earlier, and now we're definitely verifying that. But anyway, I don't know. Let's doesn't mean you can't catch a Girafarig here.
Yeah, there's always a chance of...
Yeah, I did. He got that.
Because I don't want to get in the way of them.
Here's what's happening right now. All 3 of these guys are about to hit level 40. 1 evolution away from level 40. So they're gonna do it all together.
Like a family.
And here I am, level 34.
This is so epic.
There we go.
Level 40, these
Yeah.
That is.
Oh my gosh.
We did
Yes.
Jackie, Brian, Long.
Check it out. The whole crew came out for the ride-on, and I heard it's kind of a big one. 2,300 on the nose. I'm gonna try to give it a Pineapple Berry. We'll see. I feel like I can hit excellent on this pretty easily. Oh. Nope, that was... Got it anyway. I would have liked the XP, but that's a 2,300 CP ride-on, and Rock Smash Mega Horn. Good thing TMs are coming. Although it's not good IVs either, so. I totally forgot. Probably one of the most important things, one of the biggest things about the raid system is that after you successfully defeat a raid Pokemon, you'll have a chance to capture that Pokemon. Obviously not the 25,000 CP version of it, but a reasonably leveled Tyranitar or whatever the raid boss happens to be. And Niantic have also said that that raid Pokemon is going to have a better chance at having high IVs, so it'll sort of be like hatching a Pokemon from an egg. So if there's a raid boss, a raid Pokemon that you see on your... Did I mention this either? I don't think I did. There's a new split tab for nearby Pokemon and nearby raids, so you'll be able to see potential raids around you. It'll show you either an egg with a timer or which Pokemon is actually the raid boss there, along with probably what looks like a strength rating. So you can look up and find rare Pokemon or Pokemon that you want personally to catch, go participate, beat the raid boss, and then have a chance to catch that Pokemon with Premier Balls. And after beating a raid boss, you'll actually get awarded some Premier Balls, which is a special type of Pokeball. In the main series games, you would get them as like a bonus for buying 10 Pokeballs at a time. And they have the exact same catch rate as Pokeballs. So whether or not that's the same in Pokemon Go, we don't know yet. But if it is, I'd probably just use an Ultra Ball, if possible.
Frank,
Pleasure.
good to meet you, man. Keep it up.
Keep it up.
See you later, man. It was nice meeting you.
See ya.
Thanks, man.
Of course, dude.
Seriously.
Enjoy.
Appreciate it.
Enjoy.
And thanks for having us and showing us around and everything. Alright, that's it. That's it for today's episode. It is 12:40 a.m. I'm exhausted. I'm not gonna edit this tonight. I'm gonna go to sleep. But over the next few days, there's so much more to talk about. There's a lot of stuff leaking, a lot of screenshots being posted online. So we're gonna go through that a little methodically. I don't wanna blow it all at once and just cover everything in one video, especially when none of it is even live yet. But stay tuned, I'll keep you guys updated on everything that's new and changing and huge in Pokemon Go. Thanks for watching, and seriously, thanks again, Philip. We're gonna go crazy with this thing. See you guys tomorrow.